So what a heartwarming way to get our 20-lap limited late model feature started with Como on the front row and Justin Brent, who was one of the fastest cars in qualifying tonight.
Certainly was. Let's see what's going to happen. Mary's staring down the field. This is Whelen Engineering Night. She is our honorary starter. Graciously on the starter stand, she gives him the green. And at the line, it's pretty much a dead heat. But down to the bottom of turn number 1, looks like Bren has a little bit of an advantage off that second turn, Max.
And he is able to get a one-car length lead over Como. Moving into third is Kelsey Rattino, but he has to fight off to Wayne Provost. Trouble for Como as he wanders in the alley in turn number 4, and he loses a spot to Rattino.
No question about it. Meanwhile, David Arute is making his presence known. Now Lavoie goes down to the bottom of the racetrack on the inside with car number 6. No harm, no foul there. We're back at speed down the back straightaway. Como has settled back into the third spot. Here comes David Arute along with Saunders and Austin Bassett, last week's feature event winner.
Yes, some rock'em sock'em action there between Bassett and Clisson. L. Saunders wants a piece of it. David Como settling into third, but he is being harassed by the 28 of David Arute. So that is a very interesting battle. And Justin Brent, the college graduate from UMass, has the lead after 3 laps.
He was very quick in practice, even quicker in qualifying. His dad told me that they have been working exceptionally hard to get that car dialed in, and he is looking strong at the point. Same can be said about Kelsey Rattino. And now look at David Arute. He and Como are in a dogfight battle. They are running side by side for the third spot. Como on the outside and David Arute on the inside as they thunder to turn 1.
Yeah, Como went to the outskirts of turn number 4. That gave David Arute some room, and he will cash it in as he moves into third. And look at Cliff Saunders. He is able to avalanche his way underneath Como.
And then it's Austin Bassett now trying to work his way to the front of the field. And then it's Albert Saunders with that number 04 car. The Saunders brothers are looking very strong as usual. But right now it's still David Arute holding on for the third spot. Here comes Paul Arute as Como continues to struggle. That car literally is evil at times, Matt.
Yeah, that car is a little wobbly on the outside. And Paul Arute did a good job to razor blade his way underneath him. In third is Arute, but not very far away is Cliff Saunders and Austin Bassett. Now remember, that car should get stronger as the race goes on. That's usually the case for Austin, but Albert Saunders has something to say about that.
Certainly does, as now the Saunders brothers have Austin Bassett as the meat in the sandwich as they come off turn number 4 and work their way to the bottom of turn 1. Out in front, it is Justin Bren, fastest car on the racetrack. Believe it or not, it is car number 9. That is the defending champion, Andrew Hayes, that is currently with a 7th place car, 21.993 for that race car. So keep your eyes on him. And Cream is starting to rise to the top in this limited late model main events.
But Albert Saunders was pretty quick too, because he's able to keep Andrew Hayes behind him. So a good job by the 04, our point leader. A better job by Justin Bren as he is able to extend his lead over the 36 of Kelsey Rattino. And what about Kelsey? This is one of his vintage performances.
Certainly is, and he has narrowed up that gap by less than 3, maybe 4 car lengths down the back straightaway. Good battle also between the number 4 car, and that of course is Cliff Saunders with David Arute, as they've been slicing and dicing for that third position. But David Arute continues to hunt. Then it's Austin Bassett, Albert Saunders up front of the points, looking to continue that, and Andrew Hayes side by side racing for third match.
They are crazy glued together as they hit the third quarter. Maybe the leverage for Cliff Saunders. He makes a strong torpedo move to move into third, and Austin Bassett is trying to do the identical thing.
Austin Bassett down low, makes his presence known, picks up yet a position moving spot. Now here comes Albert Saunders, and Albert Saunders moves into the 5th position. David Arute is in a dogfight battle with Saunders. Here comes Hayes, and here comes Paul Arute. 4 cars contending there.
And a good Andrew Hayes as he tries to tomahawk his way underneath David Arute, and he does. So now it's Andrew Hayes in 6th. And that lead maybe eroding just a tad as Justin Bren is can handle from Kelsey Rattino. Bren, he has won before, but Kelsey Rattino, I think his podium finishes are slim and none, and he is having the run of his career.
He certainly is, and he continues to close up that gap ever so slightly. They come up on a lapped car. That is the Clement machine. As Justin Bren now glued to the back bumper of Clement, and that is going to cost, as now Kelsey Rattino dives across, and Kelsey Rattino takes over the lead, Matt, in turn 2.
The opportunity was there, and Kelsey Rattino strikes like a cobra. He is a half car length ahead of Justin Bren, and he is able to clear the 66 car as they go into turn 4. Bren is fighting back.
They come together like two cymbals in an orchestra. Around goes Kelsey Rattino. Bren's car will get away, and now Paul Arutte spins off the turn to avoid the situation. Wow, Matt, some unbelievable action, but in addition to that, some wild competition through the
number 4 car for Cliff Saunders on the inside of the front row.
last week's feature event winner, Kelsey Rattino, to the outside of that row. Then it'll be the other Fluckinger chassis car number 04, for Albert Saunders on the inside of 2, and Hayes, the defending champion. Then we've got the Arutte brothers, David and Paul, making up the 3rd row. Como in the 4th row with Provost. It's not over with yet. Cam Robinson looking him over. Rich Keeter on the starter stand. They come back to the line. The green flag is out. And Austin Bassett has a little more giddy up on the start. But off the turn, it's the 4 car of Cliff Saunders. And the Saunders twins look to give it the old 1-2 brotherly punch. Now look at David Arutte. David Arutte now all over Austin Bassett in a battle for the 3rd spot with Andrew Hayes.
And Arutte had a little room underneath here with Austin Bassett. Let's see if he can cash in. Andrew Hayes is right there, and Cliff Saunders trying to pull away from Albert. So a Saunders family reunion at the front of the field. We have 4 laps to go.
No question about it. It is good racing wherever you look. Como's now getting settled back in. Paul Arutte also a factor as well. But the Saunders brothers, the 2 twins, run 1-2. Now here comes Andrew Hayes. Down underneath, David Arutte, and Andrew Hayes up to the 4th spot. David Arutte settles back in for position number 5. His brother Paul in the 6th position.
Boy, that was a solid move by Hayes. He took it underneath David Arutte, and it stuck. The action heats up at the front of the field. Albert Saunders in the 04, within striking distance of his brother Cliff. They are twin brothers. They are looking identical at the front of the field. Let's see what Albert does. Looking for an opening against Cliff. We are down inside the final 2 laps.
Down the back straightaway, Albert Saunders, the current point leader, all over his brother Cliff as they head down into turn number 3. They run in each other's tire tracks, coming back to the no daylight. Just a piece of paper between the 2 bumpers of 1st and 2nd. White flag is out, bottom of turn number 1. It is still car number 4. In command, Cliff Saunders. But brother Albert's going to make him work for it. Bottom of turn number 3. Will he be able to pull it off? They drift into turn 3, off the 4th turn. Albert Saunders looks racy to the bottom, but it'll be Cliff Saunders to take down the win. Albert Saunders in for 2nd, Austin Bassett for 3rd, Andrew Hayes for 4th, and David Arutte to round out the top 5.
Then it was Paul Arutte to finish 6th, David Como in 7th.
Feature winner, Napa Victory Lane. Congratulations, Cliff Saunders. 2 wins already, man. The 4 is really a hot rod.
Yeah, the car's going really good. I wasn't very good in the heat race, and Barry made a lot of good adjustments for me, and the car was really good in the feature. I really didn't expect to get 2 wins this early in the season. It's really cool. Both cars are running good. I wasn't really feeling too good about that last restart, especially with the other green car behind me, but we were able to hold off for the win. I know he was a little bit quicker, so I was kind of holding him up, but it was still a pretty good race. Didn't think I was going to catch the 66 and the 36 up there. Didn't get to think we we were going to just stay in position where we were. But just got to thank everyone who's helped me out. American Sleeve Bearing, Rob Davis, Fluckage Race Chassis, American Sleeve Bearing, Rad Auto Machine, my mom, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, everyone on the team, everyone who helped me out. It's a good win.
That's a big win, and congratulations, limited late model feature winner, Cliff Saunders, and we're going to go to Connor for our runner-up guys.
Well, here with Al Saunders in second place says, it did look like you had a pretty quick car those final laps, but how aggressive did you want to be with your twin brother?
Yeah, the car was really good at the end, but I knew the best strategy for our team to finish 1-2 would be to wait till the last lap. I felt like I was a little bit better than Cliff, especially off the corner. He was getting in really good, but my car was turned down and I was able to drive off really good. So it's a great result. Got to thank Barry Fluckage. He made a ton of changes after the heat race, and car was flying tonight. So got to thank my whole team, my mom, American Sleeve Bearing, Rob Davis, Rad Auto Machine, Fluckage Race Chassis, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, BA Museo, and just everybody that helped me out.
That's the story from second place Al Saunders, who completes the second half of the Saunders duo up front. Meanwhile, Austin Bassett coming home in third, as it looked like it was a pretty adventurous night for you out there.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have the fastest car. The grip in the center wasn't that great, and my dad made a better adjustment, and I'm glad we actually held off for third, because I saw Hayes right there, and I respect him. He didn't hit me in the corner. He could have, but yeah, I'm glad to get third, and I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, Dustin and his family for coming out, my girlfriend Sam, Brick and Moore, Mike and Cindy, TA Engines for all his information and help. See, there's a long list here. Casey's Cafe, John the Jackman, GH Berlin Oil, BFR Chassis, Bob and Dale Potter, and I think that's it.
That's Austin Bassett coming home in third place. Let's go back.
Go back up for the SK Lights.